Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll get started in just a minute here.
Smooth skin begins with hydration.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm Eileen Tonger. I'll be your host today for the DTEN webinar. I'm the Director of Partner Marketing, and we're all excited to have you here today. Join with me are three of my colleagues, Tony Crenshaw, the Channel Account Manager for the Central Region, PJ McLaughlin, the Account Exec for Collaboration, and Y Lamb, Account Exec for for the territory as well. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. The chat function has been disabled, but feel free to submit any questions or comments in the Q&A box, and we will answer them at the end of the call. So again, thank you for joining. We appreciate you taking your time today to talk about some of the DTEN solutions for hybrid work. Just a quick overview on our agenda. We're going to talk a little bit about the state of hybrid work today, some of the innovations that we have for work and education. We'll do an overview on the DTEN solutions. We'll talk a little bit about what's coming next, and then we'll close out with some key takeaways and a raffle. We are going to be giving a Me Pro away at the end of the webinar. For anyone that's here at the end is eligible to be entered into the drawing. So we're going to be talking about a lot of technology today that's evolving and adapting to better suit our needs right now as we speak. So please keep in mind some of the things you'll see today may look or feel a little different when they're actually on the wall in your next meeting. This is legal says we have to show this slide, so just wanted to share that with you. So before we jump into the meat of the webinar, I'd like to talk a little bit about DTEN's relationship with Zoom. So DTEN and Zoom have co-developed and co-engineered award-winning video-first collaboration solutions for the past 5 years. So since 2017, starting with the DTEN D5, which some of you may remember. Since then, we've further honed our commitment to leading the industry with easy to use, simple to set up collaboration solutions that just work. And to frame up this webinar, let's take a look at the state of hybrid work today. At DTEN, we've been keeping a close eye on where hybrid work is headed. There's some figures published here by Gallup, Gartner, and Remote Pass. It's just a tiny snapshot of some of the data we're seeing, and it's clear that providing flexible workspaces that enable hybrid work is the way of the future, whether employees are coming in full-time, part-time, or only a few hours every week. And that does include supporting remote employees too. So we'd like to hear from you. We want to launch this poll question, and we'd like to know what percentage of your teams are back in the office. So please submit your feedback. We're just curious, really, how many people in your organization have come back. We see a mix across the board, but curious for the participants here. Okay, it looks like everyone answered. I'll go ahead and end the poll. Thank you for your quick answers. So it does look like there's a mix. Some people are 100% back in the office. Some are, you know, ranging between 25 to 75%, but it looks like a majority of people are back in the office. And so all the solutions we're going to talk about today will help promote engagement, inclusion, and participation. So we've got a call out here from Box, one of our DTEN customers. They embraced the imperative early on in the pandemic. They recognized the need to put people first and realized that it's still critical to do that today. As a consequence, Box had executed a multi-pronged approach to build their hybrid work model. They focused on their people first. They knew they needed to reimagine some of the workspaces prior to COVID. And finally, they had to find a technology partner that would create the bridge that they needed to bring those employees together. So designing for equity has become a business need. The minute that remote employees interacted one-on-one with the collaboration technology, the paradigm shift. Failure to design for equity really impacts their workforce. So at DTEN, our approach to developing new solutions centers on the concept of collaboration equity. We've defined this concept as a culture of inclusion and fairness where every team member has equal ability to participate and contribute. And this is where deploying the right technology comes into play, because to foster a culture of collaboration equity, that is giving everyone an equal opportunity to contribute regardless of where they're located or technical acumen, can really benefit from easy to use technology that elicits interaction. So let's take a minute to look at the hybrid office. We'll be doing a deep dive into a number of use cases, from the lobby to hot desks, huddle spaces, and in-office phone booths. But from shared meeting spaces and common areas to the executive office, you can deploy consistent, intuitive workspaces that foster productivity, connection, and inclusivity. So we have one more poll question before we jump into some of our solutions here. But we'd like to hear from you. What are the critical issues that you're facing in your work environments? Whether that's providing workstations to hybrid employees, encouraging people to even come back into the office, well-being, the platform. We'd like to hear from you. We'll give it about 10 more seconds. I see a lot of answers coming in. Thank you for the feedback. Great, thank you. So I'll end the poll and share the results here. So it looks like a majority of the answers here are the issues being faced are encouraging people to come back and making sure there's employee being and well-being and safety. So I think DTEN definitely has solutions for hybrid spaces, which we'll go into in just a minute, but we do have a number of use cases that we can talk through about encouraging people to come back into the office. So I will hand this over to PJ and our sales team to talk through our portfolio of solutions for hybrid.
Thank you, Eileen. Go ahead and get started here. And as we go along, feel free to put any questions, and we'll address those. Hopefully as we go along, but if not, definitely at the end. This first slide that you see here, this kind of gives you an idea of the breadth of the solutions that we offer DTEN. We have a pretty wide portfolio ranging from 27 inches all the way up to 75 inches. Many of those can be used in doubles as well. So it's a wide range of products for a wide range of end user applications. A lot of these also come flexible on dual platforms, meaning that some of these you can actually pick, Android or Windows as far as your platform. And really the thing at DTEN is we provide, and our goal is to provide a solution that is easy from taking it out of the box and setting it up to daily use to even doing updates in service down the road. So that's we want you to have a good experience from out of the box to even if you needed service one day, to even obviously the daily use of the product. The one thing that you see at the bottom there, the DTEN Mate, that's obviously a little bit smaller than the rest of the product you see above. That is actually a 10-inch tablet that is in a device that can be actually used to charge it. The dock that it's in can be used to charge it, or as wall mount as well. So that's a Zoom Room meeting scheduler and controller. Comes in two different versions, a Wi-Fi and a PoE, power over Ethernet. And that can also be used for non-DTEN products as well. So you can use that with any of our competitors' products, but this gives you some additional flexibility and control of the meeting. A lot of people want to be able to control that and start the meeting from, say a credenza or, the meeting room board as well. So now let's go ahead and dive into the D7, which is probably our flagship product, and really definitely put D10 on the map. This is D7 for Zoom. Obviously, given the name, you can see that it's designed to work exclusively with Zoom. It's a dedicated Zoom Room appliance. It has everything built into one: your camera, your microphones, and computer. Everything is built into one. Those are 4K cameras, 4K touch, 16 mic array, 10 points of touch. So, this is going to give you the flexibility to do everything you would need to do in your Zoom Room meetings. Walk up, start with one button. Easy out of the box. It even comes with the mount as well as the stylus. So you literally take this out of the box, hang it on the wall, give it power, give it internet, type in your Zoom credentials, and you're up and running and using the device very, very easily. So again, going back to that, out of box, ease of use to the daily use and functionality of the device. So, and actually, I forgot to mention that the D7 does come in 55 and 75-inch versions, as well as can be used in duals. So the next one here, the Mi Pro, this one's a little bit smaller, actually a lot smaller. It's 27-inch device that typically is going to be used, as you kind of see here in this video. It's going to be used in a personal workspace, whether that be in your home office or in your actual office that you go into every day, or part of the time if you're in a hybrid work scenario. This is a device that you're going to sit down, you're going to plug your laptop into it, and this becomes your second monitor. This becomes your Zoom Room as well as your phone if you want to. So for the price, you look at the MSRP on this, it's $9.99. I mean, and you look at piecemealing all those things together. As with most of our devices, you can't beat it as far as the cost and the savings for the features and functions that you get with that. This one, like I said, you see it used a lot of applications like this right here, where it's a personal space, but then you also see it used in some of those smaller. Eileen showed a slide earlier where you saw some of those really small huddle spaces that are maybe designed for a couple people, the phone booths and some of those other applications. You'll see it used in there. But more often than not, I think probably the two biggest ones is personal workspaces like this, whether that be at home or in the office. And then if you go to the next slide, it's probably the second application that we see is the kiosk and virtual receptionist. And this one that you see here, this is on a stand. We don't actually make that stand, but it's kind of show you an application of how it can be used when it's in this virtual receptionist use case. Some people just take it, like you see on the right there, and set it on a credenza. Or some sort of reception area that you would walk into, but you can put it. There's different stands out there you can put it on, to have it mounted or sitting right when they walk in the door, things like that. If you look at the picture that kind of shows the home screen, you'll see what this is like for the user when they walk up to it. It's run off of Zoom's virtual receptionist and kiosk mode. But when they walk up to it, and you can change this, you can customize it if you want. But you'll see this one has receptionist and then workspace. And so what would happen is if they're there, say that you're the UPS or FedEx person, you're there to deliver a package. You hit receptionist and say, hey, I'm here to deliver a package. They'd tell you where to put it. Or, hey, I'm so-and-so, and I'm here to, meet, with Tony today. And they'd check you in, tell you to go up to the third floor. And it's very easy to do. And, the person doesn't have to be there that's, running the receptionist side of it. For that workspace button, that would be if they're checking, it's an employee that's checking in for the day, and they would click on that, and it would allow them to then reserve, say a workspace or conference room for the day. And they would, scan a barcode, and then they would take it to that room. They would, in return, scan the barcode into, say, the Mi Pro. or the D7 or the D7X, whatever it might be, in that room, and then they would sit down, and that's their workspace or their conference room for the day. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is one of our newer products, the D10 Onboard, and this is designed to add collaboration to any existing space, basically. And that could be a space that is just a collaboration room where you want to, elevate your whiteboarding experience to use the new Zoom whiteboard. Maybe you're only doing collaboration in there. This device, you'll notice that it doesn't have the AV bar on the top. So this isn't, for video conferencing. It's strictly for whiteboarding. So kind of the two use cases would be that first one where, say it's a collaboration room, and you want to elevate that experience instead of using the big pieces of paper to write on and then taking pictures afterwards, things like that. This elevates that experience to another level. Second one, probably the most popular one actually, is for a traditional video conferencing bar system where you have a display, then you have a bar that you see there underneath it for your video conferencing. But what this room doesn't allow you without the onboard is to do that collaboration. So this is for those rooms where you want to add that collaboration, that whiteboarding to these existing systems, and take that, again, the whiteboarding, the collaboration to another level, and enhance that room by adding, the D10 onboard. And also something that you see a lot of people add in this scenario here would be to add a mate so that they have the control as well. So now I'm going to turn over to Y. He's going to get to talk about some of the really cool stuff we just released and some of the stuff that is coming down the road.
Thanks, PJ. Hey guys, so today I'll be covering our most recent product launch called the D7X, and really just piggybacking off of what PJ has shared around the D7. This is just an evolved version, so this is probably our second or third generation now for the product. So I hope you guys like it. So our award-winning D7 product just got even better with the D7X. The D7X series will be the first multi-platform certified product supporting both Zoom or Teams. The D7X will come standard with a single USB-C pass-through that is capable of charging a 65-watt laptop as well as supporting BYOD. So this is very unique to us because this is the first time we're putting it into a larger conference room setting with the ability to allow users to bring in their laptop and essentially drive their meeting, which also means that they're not tied to a single platform. So if you have a Teams meeting set up or you have a Zoom meeting set up for your collaboration space, and let's say someone has a meeting that needs to be ran off WebEx or anything like that, rather than trying to reconfigure the board or being put in a situation where that board is locked down to a specific collaboration platform, with BYOD, users can bring in their laptop, connect it to the conference room, and actually host that meeting. So whether it's WebEx, whether it is Teams, or any other platform out there, they'll be able to drive that meeting. They'll be able to take advantage of all the peripherals that's running off the appliance, such as the camera, the microphone, and even touchback on the display as well. Users can expect improved performance across all functions. So you'll be expecting faster processing, more powerful speakers, a wider field of view coverage, and of course, improved touch precision. The D7X is available today in both Windows or Android operating system. And with that, we've actually prepared a quick video for you guys to kind of walk you through the D7X launch.
The D10 D7X transforms any meeting room into a modern video collaboration workspace. D7X combines the newest innovations in video, audio, and touch collaboration technology into a powerful all-in-one solution for today's hybrid work environment. Connect to virtually any video meeting with the D7X's multi-platform design. Simply connect your laptop to a single charging cable to access the D7X's audio, video, and touch technologies from your platform of choice. Or start a meeting with one touch using the D7X's native Zoom capabilities. And for larger meeting spaces, the D7X is ready to pair with companion whiteboards, meeting controllers, additional cameras, and other peripherals. D7X combines enhanced AI with deep learning to deliver next-generation video meetings. The super wide-angle camera with 129-degree field of view captures everyone in the room with 20% better video clarity. And smart framing technology keeps everybody perfectly in frame. Sophisticated DTEN audio AI works behind the scenes to reduce distractions and deliver with rich, room-filling sound, with speakers that are 4 times more powerful. The D7X works at the speed of your ideas. With award-winning touchscreen technology, enjoy 30% better touch precision, which provides smooth, natural writing for whiteboarding, annotation, and brainstorming sessions. And the D7X's touchback feature allows you to stay at the board for an uninterrupted workflow. Simply tap the screen for content control. Propel your meeting room into the future. Move forward with D7X.
All right, so what's next for D10? So for those that were in attendance at Zoomtopia this year, we demonstrated a few new products that we hope you guys might like. So building upon our X series, we'll be introducing a Pro model called the D7X Pro. Users can expect all the wonderful features from the X series, along with heavy emphasis around multi-stream. The Pro series will introduce additional side cameras, totaling 5 for optimized smart gallery and intelligent director support. If you guys are signed up for our mailing list, stay tuned because we'll be rolling out and making a lot of announcements on new features as they come on the new Pro series. And lastly, we also redesigned our dual display around the D7X called the D7X Dual. The D7X Dual is purpose-built for hybrid collaboration, so users can expect all the great features, such as touch-enabled displays, improved audio, and powerful mic arrays. Users can expect both the D7X and D7X Dual to be GA over the next 6 months. I'm sorry, I skipped one real quick, but we also actually redesigned the dual display to be equipped with a center camera design for eye-level communication, along with built-in privacy shutter. So that's a unique change for us, because if you guys have been following our D7 Dual line, you're gonna notice that our first iteration had one active camera, and we had a dummy camera, and it was off-centered. And our second iteration actually had 2 live cameras. And we've been getting a lot of users' feedback as far as, hey, is there a way to make it where the camera's in the center? Can we make it that it's more eye level? So this is our 3rd iteration with the dual display. And we've been taking a lot of feedback from our customers. So we hope that you guys like it. But both products of the Dual along with the Pro will be GA over the next 6 months. So again, make sure you guys are subscribed to our mailing list for all the latest updates around our new product launches. Now I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Tony here to kind of cover our channel programs.
Yeah, and maybe just a quick question that came in before we transitioned, since we're on the D7X. The question was around, does it work with Teams and Zoom without the need to connect to a laptop?
So it's one or the other. Once it's shipped, you're going to have the ability to, when you start it up for the first time, it's going to ask you if you want to have this set up as a Zoom room, or if you want to have this set up as an MTR. If customers are looking for to switch from one to another, they will have to do a re-image on the machine. Both images are provided at the factory level.
Great, and just to reiterate the availability for the D7X.
D7X is available today. It is available in 55-inch and 75-inch as well. And of course, the dual one will be available in Q1.
Great. We do have another comment, and this might be good to take offline and go in a little bit more detail. But we have someone that's a college professor, and they'd like some more live instruction on some of the product features, especially the whiteboard, and getting equipment set up to use. So I think our panelists can see the chat here. This may be a good a follow-up for a deeper dive conversation. So thank you, Christina, for submitting your comment. We'll make sure that some of the D10 folks do get back to you on that.
And I just want to add on to that as well. We do have an evaluation for all customers that are interested in evaluating any of our solutions. So we would ship you a product. It's brand new. You guys will be able to test it out for 60 days. And at the end of the trial, if it fits your environment, it fits your need, then we would just invoice you for it. And if it doesn't, there's no risk. All you're responsible for is shipping it back to us.
I was just going to add something real quick too on the question about Teams and Zoom. That is something that you can change down the road. So you are future proof with these products. So why I had mentioned, when you get the device, it'll have a little pop up. You say, I want to make this a Zoom room, or I want to make this a Teams room. Once you do that, it's not like you're locked in for life. Say you choose Teams today, but then 2 years from now you decide to switch to Zoom. What you would do is just factory reset that device, and then it would then in return bring up that same screen on initial setup, and you would then switch, now I want to make it a Zoom room. So it does give you the flexibility both now and then for the future if there were any changes down the road.
Thank you. Thanks, PJ. Thanks, Vi. And I'll, sorry, I just thought we might want to address that just in real time, but I will now change the slides over for Tony to talk through some of the channel.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tony Crenshaw, DTEN channel manager for US Central here. And for all our channel partners that are on the call today, this is just to let you know, this is something we have a program to help you guys with in regards to selling DTEN products to your customers here. Highly suggest you guys take advantage of our portal. Has dual registration information, our roadmap of where DTEN is headed at in regards to our alliances with different platforms out there, and also different webinars that we have, such as today, to learn more about DTEN products. Also, with the channel partners as well, you can reach out to me as well in regards to figuring out who's your account managers you work with, whether it be a education or whether it be just your standard enterprise corporate customer. Follow up with me, and I'll be able to connect you with the appropriate person, and also be able to show you around DTEN. And also, if you're interested in the NFR products or any kind of demos or trainings, anything like that, I'll be able to connect you with our distribution partners who can assist in those programs as well. Thank you. And here's our breakdown here of how we broke down here of our cams here. I have the central here. PJ is managing the Midwest region, and then Y is handling the Southwest region for us in the central here. So we are fully covered in this territory. Like again said, reach out to us, and I can get you connected with the appropriate account AEs for your opportunities, whether it be here in the central or in the West or East regions as well.
Great. Thanks, Tony. And thanks, Y and PJ, for all the information that you've covered. Just to kind of wrap up some of the key takeaways here. I think we've talked a bit about hybrid workplaces, and we will continue to see those grow. And it's important to deploy the right technology to promote the equity amongst the participants in the meeting, whether they're remote or in person. DTEN does offer solutions for pretty much every environment in hybrid workspace. And we have resources available to both our channel partners and our end users for any additional information regarding product or solution. And one call out too, DTEN is in a fairly good inventory position. So we do have inventory in stock on a lot of our solutions. So reach out to anyone on our team if you have a question about any of our products. Okay, and then next, so we want to just first thank everyone for staying to the end of the meeting. If this was the only reason you stayed, we will take that too. We appreciate your attendance and looking through, but we are going to be raffling off a DTEN Meet Pro. So our excuse me, our random winner is John Tasava. So John, congratulations. We will follow up with email details after this webinar. But again, thank you for participating, and thank you for staying. I think our next slide here just is a little bit about how to reach us. So again, we talked about our try and buy program, but you can scan this QR code if you want. It'll lead you to our request a demo page. You can also contact any of our hosts today, so PJ, Y, or Tony if you have any questions or concerns. and you can walk through, what your specific use cases are. I don't see any additional questions or comments in the chat. So with that, we just want to thank everyone for attending. Thank you for the information. We will have an email post webinar for any resources to DTEN and our solutions. But we appreciate your time today, and thank you for joining. Hope you have a great day.